In this video, I'll show you how to create a student survey using Google Forms. This is perfect for back to school time. First, log into your Google account and go to your Drive. Then click New and select Forms. Notice that you can start from a blank form or from a template, and there are some wonderful templates, but I'm going to show you how to create your form from scratch. The colors and font you see here are the default setting, but those are all customizable, and we'll get to that later. First, give your survey a name. I'll call mine Dr. Z's Student Survey. And when I click up here where it says Untitled Form, it automatically puts the title up there for me. Here I can also choose which folder that I would like to save it to in my drive. Under the title, I can put a description. This is usually where I type directions or a quick welcome message to my survey. I think that the first question should require students' email addresses if they have them. Type the word email in, and Google will auto-populate that field. To add another question, click the plus sign to the right. I like to ask students what name they go by in case they have a preferred nickname or perhaps if they go by their middle name. And Google has chosen automatically the correct question type for short answer, and I will make this required. I'm going to add another question for them to put their last name. And I'll require that as well. Now let's look at some other question types. For my next question, I want students to identify their favorite subject. I could let them type it in, but I'll just offer multiple choices instead. I could continue on if I taught other subjects, but those are the ones that I teach. And I'll also say that I work with a lot of elementary school teachers now who say that kids don't have strong typing skills, so I'd rather save my response questions for more important information. For example, I'm going to add another question, and this time I will ask, what responsibilities do you have at home? I like to ask this question because it leads to discussions about class responsibilities and class jobs. This is a good open-ended question, and that's the reason that I allow for longer responses. Google automatically knew that I wanted a longer response here, so it automatically chose paragraph, and that would allow for the students to have a long answer there. I'm going to add another question, and this type of question I'm going to ask would allow students to give more than one answer. Which of the following types of literature do you like to read? And again, Google just automatically knew that this would be a question where there could be multiple answers, so it automatically chose checkboxes for me. So I could put animal stories, poetry, biographies, and so on. And that way students could check as many answers as they like. Some other neat features to include in my survey would be video or images. They are nice design elements, but they also do have a purpose. For example, I could show a video of the 4 different seasons and then ask students which is their favorite season. Now let's say that I'm done with the content of my survey, but I want to customize the colors and the font. To do so, click the painter's palette along the top of the page. You could choose a header image, change up the color, and also change the font style. So let's see if we can find a good cover image here. We'll go with this one. That's nice and cheery and bright. And then you can also see that it changes automatically the theme colors, and so I could keep those or I could change it if I like. And then I could also change the background color if I wanted to. We could preview our survey by clicking the eye icon. So this is how it will look when it goes out to students. When you're ready to send it out, you would click the gear icon to set your settings if needed. And then you would click the send button and choose how you'd like to distribute the survey. I'm going to take the survey quickly so that I can show you how to retrieve students' responses. Now I'm going to go in to my form and click where it says responses, and then I'm going to click the create spreadsheet icon. I could give it a different name if I wanted to. What I'm going to call this is 2019-2020 for the school year, and then click create. Now, if you'll recall, earlier I added a question asking for students' last names, and I did that on purpose because once you get a whole lot of student responses in here, then you could click on this column, and then we could have it alphabetize those for us. Let's see. Where's that icon? There we go. So if I wanted to sort this column A to Z, then I would do that. This would be easier to see if I had a lot of different last names in here. Then you could see that it would alphabetize all the responses. Also, anytime someone takes the survey, their responses are automatically added into the spreadsheet. All right, I hope that this tutorial is useful to you as you create your own student surveys.